This match here, this is once again one of those examples of, I guess, shitty teams, and I believe it's on their end of the stick. This other team really shows and sets the example of what these teams we have to face in battle when we play Woot Blitz. And you know, for me, it is an amazing game, and I've been playing it for many years now, and it's really cool. I've gone from cell phones, and I still love playing on my cell phone all the time. It's a lot better. I think I'm blind from it, but I don't really care. The tabs are great too. I like the computer version as well. I don't play it as much. I play it very rarely. In the beginning, I did a lot. There, it's 10 times worse. This battle here is going to set the proximity for when a team is a loser team. And they were a good team. They were fighting well, but I think it's an example of my team as well, mostly, is what I'm trying to say. It's not just the other team. I shouldn't be mad at them, you know, that I got 6 kills and I killed the whole fucking team. I think that they should be, you know, it's upsetting that my team failed as a team and they're doing exactly what I don't like. They're putting halfway into a battle. Hello, it's a tank. You got to move in the tank. Watch me move in this tank and not die. You have to move. You have to attack them. You're better to attack them and get 2-3 shots off. You can move out of their shots when you're up close. You can't do it when you're far away. It's like trying to fight somebody. You can fight in these tanks just like how you can fight a person. You think that I can't fight 4 or 5 people? I've done it, and I do it. Watch me take these tanks out. Now, I've got quite a few 6-kill games. I don't know if I can upload them on video. I've got 4 of them so far. I've got a lot of 5s, a lot of 4s, like 175 games I've won that I've killed 4. This is a good game. Don't you love this? They like follow you. I pulled back and that guy like flew all the way that other way. This guy. Ooh, what am I gonna do? You're gonna go on the island. He's gonna go hang out on the island. So that's not even a shot. The aiming time on this BT-7 artillery is really long. This tank here now is discontinued and it's worth gold. They've hidden this tank and got rid of it. He's wasted. So I pull off. I get a little shot here. But you can see I'm moving, so I'm out of there. I'm not going to stick around. And I'm going to go. And on a tank like this, you're mobile. You can get really out of there and you just train map it. So I see this guy and I actually say I'm going to U-turn back and I get this guy. So you're going to see me, I'm going to come back here. Come around here. Wham. He's dead. So now in this little spot here, I'm going to go help my buddy out. And instead I see this guy, so I go, you know what? I'm going to take him out. Wham. Pull back. Now, this one guy's dealing with my teammate directly over here. So I come over here and I deal with this guy. Now, I ram into him and I come back, I pull back, blast a shot right into his tank. So you see that I always shoot them in the gas tanks or I shoot them at the back. I never shoot them from the front. I always shoot them at the back. With this guy here, ram him, give him a good shot in his turret. You can always go for the turret or the back or the tanks, ammo rack. This guy, I'm going to rush him. I'm just going to smash right into him. punch a hole through them. That's number 6. And, basically, there you go. And that's how fast that game was. So that's an example of how could the team just sit around and do absolutely nothing. You see that they're all there. There's like 4 of them there, still alive, and 3 are dead. But you can see that they didn't really do too much. Like maybe I could have like beat the whole damn teams. Like, you'll see some close combat videos that I do. It's insane. Like, I get up really close. I do sniper videos. I like sniping too, but you got to be versatile. Like, there's every tank you could snipe with, every single tank you could do close combat with. There's certain tanks you can't even match up against the tank. I've been in battles that they're putting my tank in the battle. I can't even penetrate any of the armor on the tank. The top tier tanks, even their mid-range tanks, their medium tank, I can't even penetrate the damn thing. So that's why you have to learn target armor piercing rounds into ammo racks. Research where their ammo racks are. Research where it is. Learn how to track them. Learn how, if you can't kill it, track it. Learn how to blow the tracks out and stop the tank. You might have to run. There's times that you're just gonna have to run. Try to let the time out or capture the bases. You'll see that I'll do capture bases where I'll win. Try to win just by capturing bases for a whole week. That's why I have a lower win percentage, because I do all kinds of things to see what I can do and keep going and going and going. And then I've kept this one account. I have another account. There's a bunch of tanks on there. They're probably worth a whole bunch of gold. I should sell them and maybe get a tank. I got to go see, go into that account. But there's so many things that you can do with these different tanks. Like, it's just keep battling. You got to be aggressive. You can't be, defensive and sitting there. You got to be aggressive and attacking. You got to attack, not be defensive. And that's the way to do it. But you got to smartly do it. And if you're going to be in a position of watching, like, the smartest thing to always do is watch the battle. See what's happening in the battle. Take advantage. If there's an opening, take it. Don't wait. Take it right then and there. And and you can see, like, you look at all these awards, you look at the stats, you see what they got, details, all these details, the efficiency of who was doing what. You can see it, you could detail it. It's good to see some of those blue tanks in the mix, but I'm so upset that they've went and put all these blue tanks now that we've got. They got rid of them all, man. They disappeared so many tanks. Like, what is up with that, man? It's not right. It's just not right. Like, it's really not. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to do a little live game. Like, watch, I'm going to go from that, like watching that little replay video. And I'm just using a screen recorder. It's called DU Recorder, and it's amazing. DU Recorder, I love you, man. You're amazing. Little shout out to DU Recorder. Here, we'll go with this KV1. We'll see what she can do. And here's a little glimpse at some of my tanks. I've had so many tanks. I always buy and sell them. I'll trade like the craziest trades for the dumbest tanks. Like, I just traded a KV or a IS-8. I traded it and I sold it for all of its credits when there was a sale on to boot, and I got like way less, and I used the credits to get the Tiger 2. Which I don't really care, and they're totally two different tanks. I'm only doing like 29% with this Tiger 2. I got to stop playing with it right now and then try to get good with something that's similar that I have already, and then go kind of play the Tiger 2 kind of gameplay, which is, I really think, teaming up with somebody and going slow with it. It's got a great armor profile for side scraping. If you want to get in close and do some close combat, but it's zero maneuverable. So it would be in the cities. You could do that in some streetways, alleyways, shit like that, but not out in the open plain. Armor profile on it's okay. I'd rather fight with my Panther M10 and kill Tiger 2s. Or in fact, my VK 2801. That tank is amazing. This tank here, out of all my tanks, like I've had so many tanks. I've had a shitload of American tanks, a shitload of German tanks, a shitload of Russian tanks. I'm really mad at what they've done. I had a bunch of British tanks, a lot of Japanese. I had all the French, Chinese ones. I had all these different ones. And a lot, man. I had, it's like sometimes you win some of these weird tanks, you sell them. Out of all my tanks, this tank here has got to be the most amazing tank there is. I'm going to add a little fire suppression. Basically, check out what we got. We're ready to go. I got all my ammo. Now, on this tank, I only use HE. As you can see, you got 308 to 518 on like pen. I think the dispersion or whatever thing, 4561. That's low, but it doesn't matter. Go look at those numbers at the bottom, and you'll see when you punch that shit. You punch that at the back. You punch that into an ammo rack. You punch that into the gas tank. Those rounds in the back. This tank is small. It's squared. It's got that stubby little barrel, and that cannon, when it blasts that shit up close, and then it reloads good. I got a lot of stuff on there to reload it and make it go fast. This tank, I believe, is the fastest tank in the game. This thing gets mega air and it's super fast. The maneuverability, it is amazing. And I just use only 20 rounds of HE. And now in all my tanks, you'll see that I only run 10 to 15 rounds to 20 rounds in each one. And I usually only use HE because every round hits. And I'm only at the back. So you'll notice when I play live, like I'm going to play live right here, that I don't know what's going to happen. I might win. Like, look I'm at the bottom of the list here. So what is your job when you're at the bottom of the list? Well, I'm a scout tank. I got to move around. I'm a small to medium tank. Huge firepower. We're in wasteland, so this is a great spot to race fast. This tank here, you got to support. It's support and basically running fast, supporting your team and running fast. So we'll see where they are. We got them all over here, the teams here. Bam, see what if we could go up here. A little spot I could go up on. Look at this little ledge. Come up on here. I wonder if you could track it and get right up on that. Man, you probably could. There's some killer spots you can get to. Now. Ooh, this guy's wasted. Now, we'll see. A little bit of loading time. So what I'm going to do here in this tank, what's great about this tank, I'm going to hit the turbos in this SU-100Y. I'm just going to come right over to it. Blast in here behind. You can see it in the map. Just come in. Quick, easy kill live. But now we got to see who's behind us here. Get a little zoom in. We got this guy. We got another SU-152 coming up here, my sights. So that didn't work. Oh, bad move for me, dead. And you got this team, like, look at this. Here's their team. Like, they had them. They couldn't even hold them off. And these are the examples of some of the teams. And what could have I done? I was the bottom tank. And now watch, you'll see it'll be a half-dead team. And now this is where they lose. This is why the teams lose. If you can see all these tanks, they're all like half-dead. So you're fighting, one guy's got to fight a whole half-dead team. So that's where they lose, is they're not targeting one tank at a time. And there's an example of a live games that we have on Woot. Now, I could have potentially... I just rushed into it. I got that one kill quick. I came around the back. I should have had... I thought he was going to be turned around the other way. And he wasn't. So, I got shot. Boom. That was it. But... you know, there's an example. The death of... You can go from great teams where you win and you kill to something like this. It's heavy.